I've been building this company for the last 3 years, and in 10 months, we will run out of money. I've already failed in two companies before this, and this is my third venture, and I don't want to fail the third time. We have a goal $1 million annual revenue by the end of this year. From the outside, it might just seem like a number, but the stage or the point we are at right now, this might also sound like a joke. In our first year, we technically took it to just figure out what we are building and raising some funds and convincing people to believe in the so called vision that we had. We did not sell the first year, we just took it to figure out what we are building. Second year got wasted into just figuring it out more, that what people actually want and what should we build that people will actually pay for. In the second year, things were moving decent and we started selling as well, and we got a little customers. So as things were moving at a decent speed, we thought that yes, we have really cracked it and we'll onboard thousands of customers in the next couple of months and make it a crazy profitable business. But the third year is when all the reality hit. We just had 50 customers. It was not moving to 60 or 70. We had 50 customers for the whole year. If a new customer would have come, so the previous customer would have went. And we had just 50 customers every single month for the entire year. In November 2025, things started breaking. Not the business, but me.
नींद ही नहीं आ रही यार, 5 बज रहे हैं। पिछले 4 घंटे से सोने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, नींद ही नहीं आती।
My sleep was completely gone for the entire next 4 months. Sometimes I slept at 11 p.m., sometimes 2 at the midnight, and sometimes even 5 in the morning. And one day I did not sleep at all. I went to a doctor. He said I was having insomnia. I already knew it, but hearing it from somebody else just made it more real. We tried everything to grow this business, from cold outreach to partnerships to knocking the doors of, say, every business to just use our product. But it was not working. And we just had 10 months of money left in the bank account. Basically 10 months before I called everybody in the room and said, this is it. We are not going ahead. Company shutting down. We are going bankrupt. So one day, me and my co-founder just sat down and we wanted to talk. Not to wind up the company, but to actually talk about everything. What we are doing, what we are selling, what even we are building. Basically just looking backwards into our whole 3 years of journey. And to just question what are we doing wrong. We analyzed every single detail of where the problem could be. And we rewrote everything from a product journey to what features people are using. Because if a person is coming to your product and if the person is not liking it all, the person will not stay. That's the fact. So we removed everything which was causing a little friction to the product. Because obviously if somebody would not get a value at the first place, customers will eventually leave and we lose them. So we just made sure that every business who is onboarding with us gets their value over and over again. And then after we had a little clarity about what we are doing, we went hard on content and started to basically write about it, whatever we are doing on the social media. I literally wrote more than 50 blogs, over 10,000 words of articles in the next 2-3 months. We posted every single details about what we are building, what we are shipping. Everything was going in public. We worked on SEO, we worked on long form, short form, and bunch of textual contents out there. And we continued this for the next entire 2 months, but 0 signups at the end for 2 months straight. We thought, is this even worth it? But we just kept on going and we kind of trusted the process. And here's the hard thing, that when you're working so hard and you're working and doing everything right, and even with that, you're not getting results. Every day you wake up, you have this question that, is this worth it to continue, or should we stop? We kept on going, not because it was certain or something, but because we did not had anything else to try. Then, one day, I checked some stats. Somebody had found us on Google through organic search, not a referral, not a cold email or some messages that we have sent to the person. But the person actually read about us somewhere on the internet and came to the platform. The SEO worked. And then our content also eventually started to get us some results. We were getting some 20,000 views per month, and slowly we got up to 50,000 views a month. People were reading about us, people were watching us. And then what happened is something we have never seen before. We started to get 2 to 3 signups every single day on our platform, and all by themselves. We were not doing anything to convince them to come on the platform and sign up. It sounds small, and it is actually small, but in the last 3 years, this has happened to us for the first time. That we were not putting so much efforts in getting customers, and people were coming by themselves. This kind of gave us some validation to just keep on going. And suddenly in January, I was in a call with a customer of mine, and he said that he was referred by Claude. I said, okay. And I eventually ignored it. But then on another call, I heard something similar, that ChatGPT referred the person to visit our platform. And just think about it, what happened. People wrote to an AI, and AI eventually suggested about our product, and we did not do anything for that. We did not spend on ads. We did not write even a single message to the person. We did not convince the person on a 1 hour call to buy our subscription or to pay us. People searched AI and then they came to our platform. This was not a marketing strategy. We never thought about this. It was kind of just a validation that our product kind of worked. We kept on doing the same thing. We focused on SEO, we focused on our content, mostly on LinkedIn. And from 50, in just a matter of some weeks, we went to 60 customers, 70, and then 80 customers in just a couple of weeks. The process that was not working some months back suddenly gave us everything. By February, we had just 9 months of money left in the bank account. But then something interesting happened. We saw that we just hit $10,000 in monthly revenue. $10,000 hitting the bank account every single month. First, I thought that it was a dream, but then I actually saw these Stripe emails and a bank account literally filling up with some cash. We were in revenue and with some profits as well. And then this Friday, we got an email from $100 million corporate insurance company. And they wrote to us that they would love to try out our product. Initially, I thought it might be a big commitment that if I say a yes to them, because if we fail, it would be a big embarrassment for us. And as a founder, I should learn to say no to opportunities which are not right for us. But we said yes immediately. Not because I was 100% sure that we would be able to get results to this company, but I was just excited about the opportunity that what if we succeed? It would literally open the door for us for all the enterprise customers. Whether or not we close that deal, but $100 million company literally said to us that whatever you're building, we want to try that. There's a very different kind of validation on this compared to our normal customers. And this kind of proves that whatever we are building is something real. As of April, now we have more than a year of runway in our bank account. And in every 2 to 3 days, we are adding up a new customer and people are paying to us. Our monthly revenue is also increasing. And even my insomnia, that is quite better. I'm able to sleep on time. 3 months ago, I was just looking at the screen at 4 a.m. in the morning and doubting myself that will I be able to make it? Will we succeed? And today, when I see the same screen, I have a totally different feeling. We did not change what we're building, we just got better into seeing what wrong we are doing. And this is what saved the company. The goal is same, $1 million in annual revenue by December. 6 months back, it used to feel like a joke, but today it feels like a strategic plan. And now I literally know the difference between these two things. And I literally understand what it means. I don't know how to end this story, but I know that feeling of how it feels at 4 a.m. in the morning, because you might lose everything what you have. And now I also know that feeling of how it feels when $100 million company validates the product that you have. These both have different feelings. The one I never would like to feel again, and the other I am just getting started.